Since 1964, NorthStar Flameless Limited has specialized in the manufacture of catalytic safety heaters. Manufactured at the company's 12,000 square foot facility in Calgary, Alberta, NorthStar Flameless propane heaters are designed for specific applications in transportation cargo heating, industrial spot heating, and recreational vehicles. NorthStar Flameless cargo heaters provide a dependable low-cost method of freeze protection for perishable loads. All NorthStar Flameless products are built rugged and are certified by the Canadian Gas Association. Our products all feature safe catalytic combustion, which burns propane at a low temperature. Operating at 99% combustion efficiency, these heaters produce a clean burn. Chimneys and heat exchangers are not required. Fast to light and easy to operate, the heater is freestanding and requires no electrical hookup. Catalytic heat is used in applications where safety is mandatory, such as the mining, oil field, and transportation industries. Catalytic heat is simply a technology which lowers the temperature at which combustion occurs. The platinum catalyst on the heating element causes propane to burn at half the temperature of the open flame combustion. Combustion efficiency is almost perfect, converting 99% of fuel into heat. Combustion temperature is so low that it is flameless. Paper and even flammable liquids will not ignite as the heater operates below the flash point of these materials. NorthStar Flameless heaters are simple. Every heater has the same 6 components: a propane source, a regulator to reduce pressure, fuel lines, a control which regulates the flow of propane, a piezoelectric ignition to light the heater, the heating element, and a safety shutoff system. Propane gas flows through the regulator to the control. From the control, it then flows to the element. During startup, some gas is redirected to the pilot flame to start the heater. The piezoelectric spark igniter lights the pilot, which in turn lights the element. Once the primer is released, the pilot flame goes out. A safety shutoff system employs a thermocouple. When hot, the thermocouple produces electricity, which keeps the control open and the gas flowing. If the thermocouple cools for any reason, the control will automatically stop the flow of gas. Most heaters are equipped with an optional thermostat. When the operating temperature has been reached, the heater will reduce its heat output automatically. The heater does not shut off until the operator turns it off or it runs out of fuel. Heat is transferred by convection. Cold air comes in at the bottom of the heater, is warmed as it passes over the element. Hot air exits at the top. NorthStar Flameless heaters are designed to be used in the cargo bay of a straight truck or trailer. Dangerous overheating can result if air circulation around the heater is restricted. Burning propane consumes oxygen in the trailer, so an adequate supply of fresh air is essential. The installation of at least 2 air makeup vents is required. NorthStar Flameless manufactures 3 basic models of cargo heaters. They all work the same way, but have different colors and styles of sheet metal cabinets. The front mount model is permanently installed on the nose of a trailer. This model requires a cold wall bulkhead for proper air circulation. The wall mount model is commonly installed in the body or straight trucks, where it is located near the rear door. The portable model, with a self-contained fuel supply, is designed to roll on and roll off a trailer or body truck. When it's in place, near the rear doors, it must be secured using fix-a-stick, load locks, or belt strapping. Both the front and wall mount models have an external fuel supply. Tanks are mounted under the trailer or in a tank box on the front. NorthStar Flameless heaters use propane vapor, not propane liquid. Vapor tanks are full when they are 80% filled with liquid. For example, a 100-pound tank is designed to take 100 pounds of propane and be 80% full. This leaves room in the tank for vapor to form and to supply the heater. An overfilled or overturned tank can cause propane liquid to enter the heater. This can result in dangerous overfiring or spilling of unburnt propane. Always use the services of a qualified propane supplier. Your fleet has procedures covering the filling of tanks. Ensure that you know and follow these rules. To calculate the tank time remaining, allow 1 pound of propane per hour when the heater is operating continuously on high. Before lighting the heater, always do a walk-around inspection. But first, make sure you have put out all smoking material and extinguished any open flame. Never push the piezo until you have completed your walk-around. Propane tanks should be full, and tanks undamaged and securely mounted. Check the fuel hose and regulator. Make sure vents are open and unobstructed. Be sure to inspect vents from both inside and outside the trailer. Before lighting the heater, always open the trailer doors and make sure there is no buildup of gas in the trailer. Do not light or relight the heater if you smell gas. If the heater is a front mount, make sure the cold wall bulkhead is secure and undamaged, and that nothing is blocking the cold air return. The hot air discharge hole should be covered with a grate. Check the condition of the metal housing of the heater and the catalytic element for signs of wear and tear. Warning and instruction decals must be understood and followed. Open the fuel valve and check for leaks from the hose or at connections. Listen for a hissing sound. It indicates a leak. If there's a thermostat, set it at 10. Push the control knob in fully and turn the knob left to spark the piezo, igniting the pilot flame. Repeat if necessary. Continue pushing the control knob for 60 seconds. Heat should be felt. Release the control knob by about 3/4 and turn left to 3, which is maximum heat. Leave for 10 minutes. If the heater fails to stay lit after releasing the control knob, then the thermocouple may not be hot enough. Simply repeat the ignition sequence, holding the primer for 1 full minute. Regulate the temperature by setting the control knob. 1 is low, 3 is high. If there's a thermostat, turn the control knob to 3 and set the thermostat to regulate heat. Some older heater models have a control with a primer arm and separate piezo button. This requires a slightly different startup procedure. Turn the control knob counterclockwise to maximum. Pull the primer down fully and push the piezo button. Once the pilot is lit, continue holding down the primer arm for another 60 seconds. You will feel heat coming from the element. Set the desired heat. Load cargo after the heater has been lit. Cargo should be skid-loaded to allow for adequate air circulation. On the front mount heater, the cargo must be loaded no higher than the bottom of the hot air discharge. The heater may overheat if the hot air discharge is blocked. Freight should not form an enclosure around or above the heater. Portable heaters must be started outside and allowed to burn for at least 10 minutes before being secured near the back of the cargo area. Working heaters should be checked every few hours. Before you check the heater, put out any smoking material. If you must, use a flashlight, never a lighter. Check the tank to determine the fuel level remaining. On front mount heaters, check the flow meter. Open the heater control panel door and check the element. Recheck the vents to ensure that they are free of ice and debris. If a front mount heater has gone out, then open the trailer doors. If you smell propane or a foul odor, the heater isn't working properly and should be taken out of service. Most accidents occur because a driver attempts to relight a heater without completing a heater walk-around. There are several indications of heater malfunction. The heater won't stay lit. In this situation, never prop the primer arm open. This violates the safety shutoff system and can cause the trailer to fill with propane. A sticky primer arm may not fully shut off gas to the pilot and requires immediate servicing. You smell propane or a bad odor at any time. Reduced heat output. This indicates the catalytic pad is damaged. A ghost flame persists after the heater is lit. The pilot flare doesn't go out after lighting. The heater won't light or turn off properly. In these cases, or if you notice unusual heat or noise, take the heater out of service. Shutting down the heater is simple. First, shut off the gas supply. This will allow the lines to drain off propane. While holding the control knob a quarter of the way in, turn right to 0. If there's a thermostat, always set it to 10 to release the internal spring. Allow the heater to remain off for at least 5 minutes before relighting. Remember to follow the entire lighting procedure. To prepare heaters for the summer, turn the control knob to 0 or off. Set the thermostat to 10. Ensure the tank or valve is closed. On 20-pound tank systems, we recommend that the tanks be removed from the cylinder carrier. Insert a POL plug in the tank and cover the POL valve with a protective cap. For more information on NorthStar Flameless heaters, be sure to refer to the manual provided. There's a NorthStar Flameless dealer in major cold weather trucking centers across North America. In Canada and the U.S., NorthStar Flameless is a leader in the industry for quality, workmanship, and customer service. NorthStar Flameless. We deliver heat.